Hey everybody, it's been way too long since I've done one of these videos, but thank you and thank you very much for watching. This is Dan from theclinicaltrialsguru.com. I've been wearing my glasses, so I apologize for the glare. I'm having LASIK eye surgery in about 5 days from now. Today is Monday, October 28th at like 1:30 in the morning, technically Sunday night. Well, practically Sunday night, technically Monday morning. But anyways, I apologize for the glare, but I haven't done a video in a long time, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I've been experiencing, and actually it correlates with a question I got regarding IRBs. That's the Institutional Review Boards for your clinical trials, and you have to do, as you know, or you may not know. So when you're working with an IRB, whether it's a central IRB or a local IRB, I only have experience with the central IRBs, and those are the IRBs that the sponsor or the CRO choose for you. If your research clinic is allowed to use the central IRB, I recommend the central IRB. So you have like continuing review reports that your site needs to submit applications to the IRB on a regular basis, letting them know how you've been doing in the trial. Usually it's every 3 months, so they're like quarterly reviews. And do not let your continuing review expire, because they will put a hold on your study. Now, chances are your CRA, your monitor, your sponsor, your CRO will remind you a whole bunch of times before that happens. But should it happen, you actually have to put the entire study on hold until you get the IRB approval. Now, I have a study where I've had a lot of turnover with some staff. This was a study that was going on for like 4 years, so there have been like a lot of coordinators that have been working on the study. We have had some protocol deviations on the study, so some parts of the protocol were not followed for whatever reason. They were minor things, but they were still protocol deviations. And so we've had enough of them to where the IRB actually, they approved our site when I submitted the continuing review report, and at the moment we don't have any subjects in the study. We don't plan on enrolling any subjects. We're actually waiting to have the site closed out at our site. We're looking to have the study closed out at our site, but the IRB is coming out to do a kind of an audit of our site because of the fact that these protocol deviations, number one, they occurred, but number two, they were not reported to the IRB in a timely manner. In fact, since I took over the study, I've been reporting these protocol deviations, and these are deviations that have occurred a year and a half ago that, for whatever reason, were never reported to the IRB, and now there's like 7 or 8 of them. So the IRB is coming out to give me an audit, and I tell you this, submitting these protocol deviations, it may seem like they're minor deviations, it may seem like a pain in the rear end, but they are important that you do it. They are very important. Learn from my mistakes, because I mean, this IRB audit is not life or death, but as you know, I have other things I'm involved with. I have other businesses in other industries, and since I have no other staff that I want to put on this study, I have all my existing staff are working on studies that we're actually enrolling in. I took over the role of closing out all of our studies where we have no study participants, and we're just waiting for the studies to get closed out. I took those over, and unfortunately I have to deal with this. So I have to deal with this audit. I have to deal with all these filings that I have to do. I have to deal with all this stuff with the study closeout for this site, which is something I want to do. I want this study to be closed out, but I do not, of course, want this audit by the IRB, but it happened. So nevertheless, learn from me, learn from my mistakes, submit your protocol deviations on time. Doesn't matter how minor you may think they are or how insignificant you may think they are. If whenever in doubt, ask your CRA, get it documented by email, and then submit to the IRB. And make sure you submit your continuing review reports in a timely manner, or else you run the risk of getting audited, which at my site they're not going to find anything. But it does take a lot of resources and a lot of time away from you. So there's definitely, this is something I'm dealing with. I'm probably looking at the audit in a month or so, and it's probably going to be a one-day audit, but nonetheless, it's taking a lot of my time and a lot of my resources. And hopefully this answers your questions on why it's important to submit those continuing review report forms to the IRBs in a timely manner, and why it's important to submit those protocol deviations to the IRB in a timely manner. And I talk about all of this stuff in my DVD, Introduction to Clinical Research. So I hope you get it. I hope you check it out. I want to give a shout out right now to my clinical trial guru producers. And those are Sarah Elizabeth Siegler, Resolve Research Solutions, Accurate Clinical Trials, Erdher Clinical Trials, PTNR, Patrick Stone, Darshan Kulkarni, Biopharm Systems, Zymewire, Mozio, South Coast Clinical Trials, Breakthrough Clinical Trials, St. Paul Medical Research Center in Miami, Florida, Investigators Research Group, and Phlebotomy Services. So definitely check out our clinical trial guru producers. And remember to submit your protocol deviations in a timely manner. 1 year or more is way too long, and you run the risk of getting audited, which is always a pain in the rear end. And check out the DVD, Introduction to Clinical Research DVD. Thank you guys very much, and until next time, stay tuned.